I'm at the point with the Knicks now where we've seen them at their best. At their best, they can compete and beat any team in the league, maybe aside from the Thunder. At their worst, they can lose to any of the teams they end up playing in the first round of the playoffs. The hope as a Knicks fan is that ceiling, that high end, is what you get more of in the playoffs when they really lock in.
Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew Sistad, Brad unite. Philly and Y in the spotlight.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 102. And for those of you that wanted or were waiting for our episode last week, I'm very sorry. We actually posted it and then realized that my audio was really off and couldn't figure out how to fix it. So we took it down. If you started watching or listening and you didn't know what was going on, it wasn't you, it was us. So we try again this week. It's the second attempt at episode 102.
It was your April Fool's joke to everyone, I think.
Yeah. We haven't talked about how stupid that is on the podcast,
big
right?
April Fool's guy. You're a big April Fool's guy, I thought, dude. Look at you.
I'm a fool's guy, not an April Fool's.
That's what you were doing last week, we thought, man.
No. This is very serious. We talk about the most serious stuff on this podcast. Yeah, you can't just skip a week as a joke.
Nope. So we're gonna try number 102 again. Take 2. Here we go.
All right, so we're gonna talk Knicks final few games. I was about to say final push. There's no push going on though. And if you watch the Knicks, that's part of what we're going to be talking about. There's no pushing happening. The Sixers actually have a playoff push, trying to get the 6th seed to avoid the play-in. We'll talk about that. We'll compare, look at the standings, look at the other team's schedules, and make a prediction. And then we'll get into some other stuff. Dexter Lawrence requested a trade amid some contract negotiation disputes.
Right. Yes.
He's going to the Eagles.
As long as he's going away from the Giants, I'm good.
He's obviously not going to the Eagles, though. But what else? We got, Juan Soto's on the IL. He's hurt. Sucks for the Mets. And the Yankees fans are very upset. Couldn't be more upset after the 7-2 start.
Oh, my God.
Jazz is lazy. Jazz is lazy. The bullpen sucks. We'll get into that. And, of course, your reaction to
George is rolling
Yankee
in
fans
his grave.
reacting.
Yes.
He's so upset he can't even move in the grave.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he's
stiff. He is stiff as a board in the grave.
Yes, exactly. All right. So let's start with the Knicks. You good with that?
NYK, yeah.
NYK all day.
Go play the song.
No, we got to save that. We'll save that.
What are we saving it for?
Knicks first round preview.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, it's shaping up to look like they might get Philadelphia round 1, dude. So
from the all right, let's actually start with that.
Okay.
That's a good. Why not start with that? For this podcast, that'd be great. I hope it happens. As a Knicks fan, I also hope it happens. I feel great about that matchup.
Okay.
Especially compared to some of the other options. I'd feel even better about playing the Raptors, though. I'd rather play the Raptors, but I feel great about the Sixers. And for the podcast, that'd be awesome. I don't know, man. We might have to do a live stream of us watching.
I don't think we can do that. I wouldn't be enjoyable to watch. I
don't really understand those. Actually, I don't really understand. Like, I don't really get it. I don't get like why people watch someone watching a game. That just seems like they all do it, and it's very successful. They get a ton of views.
Really,
like, it works. Yeah, like
I think it's weird. Like when you can't watch the game. Also, it's very weird. You know,
Well, I guess you're watching it.
I guess you're watching it on your TV while they're watching it. Like,
Yeah, I don't get it. It just seems like a strange thing. I don't
it's
understand.
weird. It's weird. I do find like I'm sure you've seen like the bar stool, like all the guys, like the camera is just on them on the couch, and there's a bunch of them there, and they all talk shit to each other. Like that has funny moments, but still, you're not like sitting there watching that the entire time. And if
I
you
don't. Yeah, I
are,
don't really get it.
then you're kind of weird. Yeah.
Well, but a lot of people do it. Like a lot of people, you know, how many people tune in for like the Talking Yanks like live stream of just them watching the Yankees playoff games. It's just crazy, and they do it for like all the Knicks podcasts do it. I'm sure it's a thing in Philadelphia too.
Yeah,
It has to be.
Huh. Maybe we're the weird
It's
ones,
crazy.
man. I don't know.
Yeah, we actually just want to watch the game.
Yeah. Although I think people, honestly, I think people would probably be, I think you would be very entertained if there was a camera on me watching the game.
I would be, but not if it was a game that I was specifically really into watching myself.
Right,
If
sure.
it was a game I didn't care about, or I
Yes.
was entertained just watching as like a fan of the sport or for the podcast or whatever. Yes, watching you react to everything would be hilarious.
You would love it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Knicks have here's the thing about the Knicks. They have I tried to say this last week, the episode never got out. But I believe that what happens in the regular season does matter. I believe that you develop a chemistry. You develop the head coach, especially a new head coach like Mike Brown. The team has to learn the system. He has to learn which players he trusts, in which spots, what's the rotation. You finalize the rotation. Who plays well with who in what situations against what type of teams, what type of opponent. In what type of situation does this five work? In what kind of circumstances this five work? I think all that matters. I think chemistry. You build chemistry. You build trust within your with your teammates in the regular season. You build confidence, and then obviously seeding also matters. But I'm at the point with the Knicks now where it's like we've seen them at their best. At their best, they can compete and beat any team in the league, maybe aside from the Thunder. At their worst, they can lose to any of the teams they end up playing in the first round of the playoffs. They are just that up and down. And the hope as a Knicks fan has to be, I don't know why you're making that look like you think they can't lose in the first round or something, but the hope as a Knicks fan is that that ceiling, that high end is what you get more of in the playoffs when they really lock in, because a big difference between this year's team and the last couple of years is they have not taken this regular season that serious. And I know they're about to win like 52, 53 games. It's kind of crazy to say that. That's part of that is they have so much talent. Part of it is just there's so many teams that are just tanking in the Eastern Conference. But the hope is just that high end performance when they're at the best, being the Nuggets by 30 points, that type of team, that's the team that you hope you see in the playoffs. But throughout the regular season, it's been inconsistent. But I just don't think the last few games of the season tell me anything. So now I'm at the point, like I think that you're normally at, which is like the regular season doesn't matter, just get me to the playoffs. I'm kind of there now, even though I enjoyed the journey of the regular season. The last couple of weeks, the enjoyment has not been the same. And the team just doesn't seem to care that much.
Yeah, well, if that's what you're looking for, I mean, it doesn't take that long, what you're saying. It doesn't take all 82 games to figure out this chemistry and the rotations. That probably takes you 40 or 50 games. So then you want to work out the seeding, and then, yeah, I guess, you play the cards that you're dealt. But I guess you don't even care about like seeding or anything like that. Like you're fine wherever, they're going to have a top 4 seed. So whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I mean, I expect them to have the 3 seed, but if they end up with the 4, like I don't know if that's significantly worse. I don't know we don't even know who's going to be the 6th seed. We don't know how this is going to play out. There's a chance that I'd rather play the 5th seed than the 6th seed. Especially if the goal here is and it clearly is for the Knicks at least to make the finals. Should we really be that concerned about the first round opponent? Like if you're not going to be able to beat the first round opponent, like that's like you give a lot of problems because then you're not going to be able to beat the second round opponent. Like
I think it's more so for the second round. Like you want to have, ideally you want to have home court for the next round. But maybe that just doesn't matter to you. I don't even know if it's possible
I
for them to catch the Celtics at this point, but
no, I'm
over
not
the
concerned
past
about home
week
court in
or
a
two,
playoff series at all. I
yeah.
don't. I don't think that one extra home game in a playoff series matters.
Are you
I'm not
concerned
concerned
about the
about it at all.
Celtics at all? Like, are you? I know. Obviously, they won last year and everything. Is there a part of you? Because I know the sense that I get is that Knicks fans are extremely confident against the Celtics, and
That's ridiculous.
I
No, that's
I would
ridiculous.
tread very lightly in that sentiment.
Of
Um,
course, you
I
you have a
think.
huge fear of the Celtics
Oh,
as a franchise.
and this is not new, right? You can vouch for me. I've had this fear for the past 10 years. Um,
Yes. Yes.
but I just think no. I think like a lot of Knicks fans that the energy that I gather is we beat them last year. We're gonna beat them again, and we're gonna be in the East Finals, and like that's what's gonna happen. And I don't know. The Celtics were so. I feel like they were so dumb last year in the playoffs against the Knicks, especially in games 1 and 2 in round two, when it was like they just kept bombing three after three after three. Like even though
Hmm.
they were up 20, they just kept shooting threes instead of like going to the basket or doing other things, getting to the free throw line. They just kept bombing threes. And I feel like if they were to just make a small adjustment in either one of those first two games, like I don't know, it could have very much been a different series. So, um, theoretically now the Celtics are worse than they were last year. The Knicks are better than they were last year. So I think that there's a lot of bravado from Knicks fans who are very much welcoming that round two matchup with the Celtics. So how do you feel?
I don't think the Knicks weren't better than the Celtics last year. Like that series was very fluky. Those like two comebacks and 20-point comebacks in Boston, that's fluky. The Knicks were outplayed the vast majority of those minutes in that series, other than in Game 6 when they just played their best, probably their best game of the season, and it helped that there was no Tatum. So I think the Celtics are really good. And just because you beat a team last year in the playoffs means nothing this year. Like the Knicks beat the Pistons last year. I don't feel confident about that. So no, I don't. I again, like I said, I don't feel great about any series with this team. I think this team is well, not any. There's some I feel very
What are
good
you
about, but
nuts? Oh my
no,
God.
this team is very.
You a
They're
Negadelphian man? Come on, dude.
I'm.
The team's
This
great.
team is. They're great when they play great. They're terrible when they play when they're not playing well. I mean, they are all the things the criticisms you have of the Celtics last year. That's kind of the Knicks this year. They shoot a ton of threes, and they no matter what the score is, they keep shooting a lot of threes. Now it's a little bit different because I have their best players at like their core, like who they are who they are as offensive basketball players. They don't want to shoot threes, so I think it makes it a little different. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yes, I would be very concerned about the Celtics, very concerned about the Pistons, a little bit less, but still concerned about the Cavs, concerned about the Magic. Those are really the teams I'd be
Cavs.
concerned.
Huh?
That'd be the teams. Those would be the teams
Cavs
that
and the
in that
Magic.
order.
What?
In that order, that's who I'd be
Oh
concerned
my
about.
God. Okay. The Magic? The Magic have sucked all year, dude. What are you talking about?
The Magic have been injured. So anyway, anything else on the Knicks?
You tell me, man. That's I think that they're a shoe in. I mean that round two matchup is it might as well be the conference finals. The Cavaliers don't tell me that you fear the Cavaliers when you're mocking the Harden trade. I mean everybody hates Harden, right? He stinks, and he's old.
Hold
He's
on a
older
second.
than
Hold on a
Garland.
second.
So
Hold on a
okay,
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think
Garland. Oh,
before the Harden trade, I was saying the Cavs I thought were one of if or tied for the biggest threat in the East. I actually think they're a little bit less of a threat with after the Harden trade.
okay, okay.
That doesn't make them not a threat. They don't go from big threat to no threat. It's not like Harden's a terrible player. He's I mean he's given them more scoring than Garland was giving them. That's for sure. So
Mm.
they're a threat. I mean, they're going to be a 50-plus win team. So obviously they're a threat. In terms of what you were asking about the home court in the second round, I mean,
You don't
the
care.
second round series, I don't care. The second round series is if the Knicks do get a 3 seed, the second round series is going to be against the Celtics.
Yeah.
Unless the Celtics lose in the first round, which I don't think is impossible either. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't put it past. I wouldn't. I would actually expect a big upset in the Eastern Conference in round 1.
Well, I don't think the Pistons count. And you missed. Well, not that anybody heard it, but you misspoke last week saying that Cade was already back, and he is not back. He's still
not back. No,
Right.
he's not back. No,
And they don't know if
I was
he's
about
going to come back for the playoffs. So,
wait, what?
yeah.
I did misspeak last week, and I actually was about to text you multiple times this week about it, and then kept forgetting.
I mean, it's not like a normal injury, man. He has a collapsed lung. It's not like that he's rehabbing a sprained like ankle, or or some kind of muscle strain. Like he's got a collapsed lung.
He's listed as doubtful for the next game. So the fact that he's not even listed as out for the next game, he's probably going to be back. But I understand what you're saying that it's
Right.
he still has.
Wow, you think you think there's going to be an upset in round 1? A lower seed is going to beat a higher seed,
or depending on how you look at it. But yeah,
well, that would be an upset. Yeah.
No,
Obviously, the higher seeds are going to be favored.
No, I was saying that depending on how you look at it, because the higher seed is the higher number is actually the lower seed. That's what I was saying.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people actually say it the opposite. That's why I don't. It's like you didn't understand what I was saying.
I got it now.
Now you get it.
Yep, I'm all caught up.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Anyway, the point, if it is the Celtics, I'm not worried about home court in a 7 game. I think that's so overrated.
Because we beat them in Boston twice last year. Come on, pump your chest out a little bit, man.
Because the chance of the
kicked their ass in Boston twice.
We're talking about a couple percentage points in terms of win probability for the home team. Like in one game, it's really not that big of a difference. So and again, it's 4 home games to 3 home games, and if the series goes 7, it's not like it's 5 home games. Anyway, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't even know if it's really a big deal at all. So okay. Sixers?
Ugh.
What do you mean? Wait, hold on. When in our failed attempt to record the episode, you were very happy and upbeat about the Sixers.
I was.
And then
I still am.
Not based on that reaction.
I'm feeling very stressed out about them. There's these next few games are just super important for them, and
they're playing the Spurs right now.
Playing the Spurs right now, so you could chalk that one up to a loss.
Come on,
I mean, unless are the Spurs locked into the 2 seed? Because that would be the only reason I would see them. Like maybe the Spurs just aren't trying. But yeah,
they are locked into the 2. They are locked. They actually have clinched the 2 seed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then maybe if they're like not sitting guys, or maybe they'll sit some guys, but they're not because.
Actually, well, I guess they technically could catch the Thunder, but they're down 3 games. They're not catching the Thunder.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much locked in to the 2.
Yeah. So they have to go. They've got the next 2 games, including this one, are really hard, and then they have 2 easy games to finish the year. And I'd really like them to get that 6 seed. I'd really like them to not be in the play-in for a couple reasons. One, you just don't want to be in the play-in because it's essentially a single elimination, and you never know what could happen, right? The other team gets hot from 3, and all of a sudden your season's over. Also, don't want to be in the play-in because even if you win the play-in, you're the 7th seed, and you have your prize is a round 1 date with the Celtics, which is like the one team that I would least want to play. So Really, really would like that 6 seed. I think they can get it. They have a couple of the tiebreakers. The one team that has the tiebreaker over them is Miami, who is like 2 games back of them, I believe, from the time that we're recording this podcast. So again, I think they're going to lose to the Spurs tonight. Whatever. Spurs are a great team. No shame there. Then they are on the road in Houston, and they finish up against the Pacers and the Bucks. So, would really like to see them go 3-1, avoid the play-in, get another, call it week's worth of rest, and then play. It really looks like it's shaping up to be Sixers Knicks in round 1, which would just be like, just gouge my eyes out of my skull.
That'd be great for this podcast, though.
Oh, I would hate it so much. Were we doing? No, I guess we weren't doing it 2 years ago. No. But oh God, that series just took years off my life. I just hate it, and all the New Yorkers would be happy, and they would be making fun of Philadelphia, and it would be just a brutal, brutal way to go out.
Or it'd be an amazing way to advance and to knock off the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, come on. What are you talking about, dude?
Well, I don't think that would happen, but that would be great for you, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't that be like the ultimate? Wouldn't that be one of the most amazing feelings for you as a fan?
It would be, yeah, it would be the best. So this whole regime of Joel Embiid, like these 76ers, have never beaten a good team in the playoffs, like ever. They've gotten to the second round, but they've beaten up on like shitty, Washington Wizards and Brooklyn Nets to get there. And then famously, they haven't been past the second round since 2001. So yeah, they've literally never beaten a good team in the playoffs. So I just will never believe that it will happen until I see it. And yeah, I mean, it would be great. It would be a lot of fun if they won, but the odds of that happening are super slim, and the overwhelming odds would suggest that the Knicks would kick the shit out of the Sixers like they did 2 years ago, and I would be very sad, and I would hate that very much.
All right, let's talk about the standings. So let's talk about this race for the 6th seed, which the Sixers very well. You said it's looks like it's shaping up. I don't think it's shaping up that way at all, because I don't know, like the Sixers. All right, so they're tied with the Raptors. They have the tiebreak, right? They have a half-game lead over the Hornets.
Also have the tiebreaker.
And they have a one-game lead over the Magic.
Yes, who I believe they have the tiebreaker. They may or may not, but yes, one-game lead over the Magic.
Okay, and the Sixers, what was their schedule again? You said they have the Rockets over the Spurs right now.
Rockets, and then Pacers and Bucks. So last 2 teams are teams trying to lose.
So do you think loss, win, 2-2, 2-2?
I think they could beat the Rockets. They beat them a few weeks ago without Embiid.
Well, but the Rockets are a better team. I mean, they could beat the Rockets, but the Rockets are favored in that game. And was that? I'm assuming the Sixers were probably home that game.
I don't know. Yeah, I think
the Rockets aren't some like amazing team. Like the Rockets are a really good team. The Rockets are home this game coming up. I was asking about the last time. Anyway.
Yeah. So it's in Houston on Thursday.
I would predict 2-2.
Yeah, I would hope for 3-1, but I mean,
let's just say they went 2-2 though. Like, just let's say they won the 2 games they should win.
Then they're in the play-in. Then they're in the play-in.
Okay. What's the Raptors situation? What's their schedule? Let's take a look. The Raptors.
The Heat and Raptors play each other on Thursday. So the Pistons are playing the Magic. I guess the Pistons are giving up.
So the Raptors have the Heat, like you said, on Tuesday. That's as we're recording this, that's tomorrow. But as this is out, it'll be the day of.
Wait, they play each other twice actually. Heat
they
Raptors
got a home and home
on Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, and then they have the Knicks at the Garden.
Hornets play the Celtics, so that's good.
Well, let's go one team by team. Now, hold on a second. Don't jump around.
Knicks at the Mecca.
So the Raptors. The Raptors have the Heat twice, then they have the Knicks, and then they have the Nets.
That's tough.
I mean, we don't know what the Knicks are gonna, I'm assuming some players are resting. So we don't know what that game is going to be like. The Knicks might be fighting for a 3 seed. I don't know how much they're going to take that seriously. I don't know. Last year with Tibbs, they definitely would be taking that seriously. I don't know if this team is taking that seriously. And then the Nets, obviously, if that game matters for the Raptors to end the season, then they're going to win that game. I don't know. What do you think? They split with the Heat. We beat the Nets.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
lose to the Knicks 2-2.
That would do it.
So that would do it. And then And then we want to look at the Hornets, right? You said so. Who do the Hornets have?
So the Hornets are playing the Celtics tomorrow in Boston.
Okay. Okay, so probably a loss. And then they have the Pistons, right? You said that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the Pistons just clinched the number 1 seed, so they're
so the Pistons probably is. Yeah. Unless Cade comes back and they want to get Cade going. And then they have the Knicks, which I don't know. I don't know what kind of effort, what kind of again, what you're going to get from the Knicks.
None.
So I don't know.
Damn.
I mean, are they? That's it, right? They have 3 games left, so that's just 2-1.
Yeah.
And that would be the half game, and unless they win, do the Sixers have the tiebreaker over the Hornets?
Yes.
Okay, so then if the Hornets go 2-1, the Sixers go 2-2, the Sixers would beat out the Hornets.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good.
So there's a lot going on. It's going to be a wild week, last week. The season's over on Sunday. It's crazy.
Yeah, and every game's starts at 6 Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year they did the same thing, but it was 3 o'clock. It was more of the day. I enjoyed that. It was really fun. So what are the Magic? The Magic are playing right now, by the way. They're up by 23 over the Pistons.
That's why I think the Pistons are not trying.
And then they have Minnesota at home, which that's a tough one, and in Chicago. And then the last game of the season they have in Boston, which probably you won't get a real Celtics effort in that one, in that game. So I mean, we might be looking at a 3-1 finish for the Magic, which again, if the Sixers go 2-2 and they tie, that depends on who wins the tiebreaker there. But the Sixers going through, the Sixers actually are in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
And if they win one of the Spurs or Rockets game, then I think then they're in a tremendous spot.
Yeah.
So that'd be get the 6. If the Knicks end up the 3, we'll get Knicks Sixers first round. That'd be so fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, for you.
Well, also the Knicks could easily
so much fun.
Fall to 4. Which, back to the Knicks for a second. Who do you think the Knicks would be better off playing? If you're just try to detach yourself from the Sixers, being a Sixers fan and being a Knicks hater to answer this question.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Sixers or Hawks round 1?
Who would the Knicks rather play?
Who would they be better off facing in round 1? The Hawks or the Sixers?
The Hawks. Get out of the Hawks, please. You don't take them seriously, do you?
I do not necessarily.
Okay. Listen, they're a young, try-hard team. Good story. Whatever.
Why are you getting upset? I'm about to say that I don't really take them seriously.
Okay.
And you started getting upset.
I thought you were gearing up to start, to say something else. So I misread you.
No, I don't
And good for you.
necessarily take them. I don't necessarily take them seriously. They're actually playing the Knicks right now. They're more than just a good try hard team. That's just you not knowing much about them or paying much attention to them, and because they're the Atlanta Hawks, you don't take them seriously. The Knicks have so much more talent than them. It'd be ridiculous if the Knicks lost the playoff series to the Hawks.
Yeah.
But the Hawks do create some matchup problems.
The Knicks will wipe the floor with the Hawks. I mean, they will take them out to the woodshed. Whatever idiom or cliche for ass kicking you want to use, that's what the Knicks will do to the Hawks.
I mean,
And you just said it, that the talent gap is so tremendous that
the
it's
Hawks
not,
the Hawks
whatever. Good
the
for
Haw-
them. They
other
had a
than-
good, nice
other
little
than-
regular season.
other than Jalen Johnson, they don't have a really good offensive player. So, yeah, I mean that would just be awful if the Knicks lost that series. Okay. So Sixers Knicks first round. Get ready for it.
Book it.
So what's your prediction? Your prediction is the Sixers get the 6. They avoid the play-in. They get the 6th seed.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna say that's my prediction. I don't feel like
Me
super convicted about it, but that would be, if I had to bet.
I agree. No, after going through the schedule, I agree. I'm with you. I think Sixers will be the 6, and I think I don't know if the Knicks will be the 3. The Knicks might end up being the 4. So, man, by the way, I think the answer. I think the Knicks, the Hawks or the Sixers. I fully expect the Knicks to win that series, but from a matchup perspective, I actually think the Knicks match up better with the Sixers. But the Sixers have so much more talent than the Hawks. So I'd still probably prefer the Hawks just because of the talent. Okay, move on. We got some little NFL segment here. Dexter Lawrence, Sistad's favorite defensive player in the NFL, has requested a trade, and he said the only team I will go to is the Philadelphia Eagles. In all seriousness, he did request a trade. They were unable to get a contract done last offseason and during the season. Now, apparently, they're not able to get the contract done. So he says, trade me. Thoughts?
Great news. The only thing, I wish it was just like after the draft and like after, the springtime, so that he really would have screwed them. But because now they have some time to plan for this, right? To make some moves to accommodate for this development here.
Yep.
But my thoughts are that it's great. I'm happy. It's like the best news of the NFL offseason for me so far, which will tell you how great the NFL offseason is going for a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But yeah,
Okay,
I think it's
fair
good.
enough.
I think Giants fans should be unhappy because he was, probably a top 3 player, top 2 best player on their team. And, they had very high hopes for the season, and he is a game breaker. He is somebody that can single-handedly take over a game defensively, and that's really hard to game plan against. And it's great that he will not be there anymore.
I have a much different take on this than you do.
Oh no. Oh God.
So you see this, and you get excited.
Can I say, there is the defensive tackle from Tennessee coming out of the draft this year.
You just can't
And
help yourself.
if
It's
he
unbelievable.
If he falls to the 5th round, dude, he will be the next Dexter Lawrence. I'm telling you, I saw him on a YouTube video, and he He
You're
had a
crazy.
tackle for loss against Arkansas, and it was great. And that means he's going to be a stud. Anyway, what's your take?
My take is, God, completely distracted by your nonsense about college football and the draft. Like, we get it, dude. Like, I don't care about the draft either. Like, it's just absurd how like you just can't help yourself.
I can't.
It's still funny though, so I'll give you that. It's still funny.
Thank you.
I got distracted. You distracted me with your nonsense. I don't even know what I was going to
Sorry.
say. Oh, I know it
Sorry.
now. I got it. My different take. This is not an emotional take at all. This is what I think is just in my mind clearly happening. This is a negotiation tactic. He doesn't actually want to be traded. The Giants don't want to trade him. If you're not getting the deal you want, what's the next thing you do? Trade me. Now it becomes now you get the PR impact. Now Giants fans are going to be upset. You got to pay how are you not going to pay him? You can't trade him. Giants up their offer. They come to an agreement. He's there long term. That's what I think is going to happen.
All right.
That's not what you want to hear. You don't want that.
It's not what I want to hear. I don't want that, but you know, maybe he gets a huge contract and it really debilitates their ability to sign people moving forward, and
Good job. Good spin.
thank you. I mean, that would be bad.
Good job.
But whatever. Whatever.
It's always not. It's not a terrible thing when one of your rivals signs big contracts, especially if it's a lot of guaranteed money.
Sometimes sometimes it actually, like, they get traded, like Micah Parsons, right? They couldn't come to an agreement. He demanded a trade, and he was traded. So
for sure, sometimes they get traded. I just don't think that's what's happening here.
Okay, well, I guess time will tell.
Time will tell.
Keep your eye on that kid from Tennessee, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a stud. He ran a 4.5 40 at the combine.
How much of a loss would it be for the Giants if they were to trade him? And then and what would the return be? Also, that's the other question.
I don't know. I mean, what kind of return do you get for a defensive tackle? I don't know. Probably a couple of second-round picks, maybe second and a third.
I don't know.
Right?
I think that given there's been some trades recently. So what did Quinnen Williams get? Quinnen Williams is a defensive tackle, not as good as Dexter Lawrence, right? He's not as good, but he's one of the better ones. You agree with that?
Yeah.
What was his return?
I think he got a first and a third for Quinnen Williams. He's also much younger, though, correct?
I don't think he's much younger. He might be a couple years younger. First round, second round for Quinnen. So probably something similar to that.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, how old is Dexter Lawrence? Dexter Lawrence is 28. He'll be going into his age 29 season, though. He turns 29 in November. Quinnen Williams is also 28, turning 29 in December. They're like a month apart. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, So, yeah, I'd expect at least one first and a second, something like that. Now, there's aspects of that change, like the demand, supply and demand at the time. Quinnen Williams was traded at the deadline. There's other aspects of that, but still, like, especially, and like maybe I don't know. Like there's other aspects of it, but I do think that you'd be saying at least a first and a second, maybe even two firsts.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It's obviously not happening, but you would love if the Eagles had a chance of getting him, right?
Sure, yeah. Good players are good for your team, yeah.
It doesn't really make sense with Jalen Carter, but yeah. And the Giants wouldn't trade him to the Eagles, so there's that too. But okay, moving on. All right, we got a couple MLB stuff to talk about.
Okay.
So you want to start with the Yankees one or the Mets one?
You can start with the Mets. Juan Soto.
So Juan Soto has a calf strain, and he's on the IL, and he's going to miss several weeks, is the report.
Whoa.
And you know what a calf strain leads to.
Oh boy,
I don't know.
the Achilles.
That's what. Yeah, that's what people say. I don't really. I mean, sometimes it happens too, but I wouldn't say most calf strains don't ever elevate to an Achilles tear. But I'm seeing anything between 3 weeks, 4 weeks for the calf strain. It's pretty big loss for the Mets.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you just the lineup just does not look good. I mean, like the last couple games they've actually scored a good amount of runs, but the lineup if you just look at it, it's not that good without him. Like you got Lindor, Bo, Polanco, Beatty. It's just not that intimidating at all without Soto. Luis Robert.
For sure. Yeah.
So, okay. As a Phillies fan, is that I know you don't root for injuries here, of course, as you've said many times. Your heart bleeds for players that are injured. But
I've just been, sending thoughts and prayers to Juan Soto's leg for the past however
it does
many
help
hours.
the Phillies, though. It does help the Phillies.
Yeah,
it
helps. It helps the Phillies. Yeah, Ben Stiller
sure.
and I have been, texting each other. We've been praying, back and forth. We're such good people,
Well, all the Knicks fans that cared so much about Tatum, it helped him get back.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's gonna happen when Tatum is dropping 35 points on them? What do you think Ben Stiller is gonna say? What do you think he's gonna tweet out in the playoffs?
He's gonna spill something courtside, and Tatum's gonna slip on it.
Right. Nice.
He should. That's right.
I mean, it's a positive. Yeah, it helps the Phillies. Not that they're any good and they stink, and it's not really gonna matter anyway. But yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be as good for the next few weeks when he's not out. So hopefully the Phillies can take advantage and make up some ground, as they've obviously stumbled a little bit out of the gate here.
All right, let's talk Yankees. This is the one that gets you really.
Here we go.
Wait, do you want to talk about the Phillies at all? By the way, I know we didn't plan it.
Not really. They're just the same. It's the same team. Crawford's cool, and Painter was fine. Painter's pitching tonight against the Giants. The San Francisco baseball G-men. But it's largely the exact same thing. I mean, they explode for 10 runs in their first game in Colorado, and then the next 2 games combined, they score a total of 3 runs. And that's in Colorado. Like, they scored 3 runs in 18 innings in Colorado. It's pretty astounding.
Yes.
And yeah, it all looks exactly the same. Adolis Garcia's been pretty good. He's been really good defensively. He's been a heaven send in right field, especially compared to what we've been watching over the past 4 years with Nick Castellanos out there. Yeah, Crawford's awesome. He's really good defensively. You feel very good with fly balls into center field. But yeah, the lineup still stinks, and it's pretty much the same team. Taijuan Walker still is not super great. Yeah. That's about it.
All right. No, I mean, yeah, I don't really have much to dispute because it's just such a long season. All right, let's talk about what you really wanted to talk about. So, a couple days ago, the Yankees won a game, which they've been doing a lot of. And in the 9th inning, Bednar induced a ground ball and to second, and routine play, and Jazz casually, very, very cool, took his time, slowly,
Very cool.
took a little bounce, little sidearm, little hop, little sidearm throw, flash in the glove. And Otto Lopez on the Marlins was running hard out of the box and beat it out. Yankees ended up winning the game. But Yankee fans are very upset at Jazz Chisholm. Not only for that, but because he's off to a horrible start. He talked a big game in spring training, how he's going to go for 50-50, how there was a funny interview with him where they were there's a viral clip going around. I don't know if you've seen it where
I've seen it.
Someone's like the one where they show tell say something when this player's better than Jazz Chisholm. They asked him, right? And then they're going through and they go through basically the best players in baseball and he doesn't say anything. And then they even say Aaron Judge. He's like, so funny. So Yankees fans are very upset now because he talks a big game. He's not hitting. He's
a vibe,
lazy,
though, dude. You know, he's
So Yankee fans are very. Now, here's the thing. Things are too good. I've always said this. This is a thing. I don't know if it's a thing in other cities. It's definitely a thing in New York sports. Fans need someone to hate. Even when things are great, they need that one person. When any little thing goes wrong, he's the one they attack. Yankees are 7-2. It's a great start. But you need someone to be upset with. So it's Jazz Chisholm.
Chisholm's the guy.
That's it. He's the guy right now. And the reason why he's the guy is because, well, two reasons. One is because they've gotten rid of all the guys that have been the guy. Over the last few years, it was Aaron Hicks, it was Joey Gallo, it was Gleyber Torres, it was Clay Holmes. They're all gone. So the other one was Stanton, who his playoff heroics have just gotten the Yankee fans completely off of his back. They can't be mad at him anymore. He's been too clutch in the playoffs. We can't be mad at him. So it's
Former
Jazz.
MVP.
Stanton is not with the Yankees, but yes. So it's Jazz, and you saw that play, right?
Yes, that's great.
If that was a Phillies,
good.
if that was a Phillies player, if that's Bryson Stott, are you upset?
I'm annoyed. I'm not I'm not a bench the player kind of guy. I think that's dumb. I think it's all right, he made a mistake and you can be annoyed at him, but I don't know. I'd still rather have my best players out there the next day. I'm not going to bench him. I'm sure he probably feels bad about it. He's probably pretty embarrassed. And I just don't think that you need to bench him like he's a child. You need to send a message.
No, you are so wrong here.
Yankee
You are so
fans
wrong.
disagree.
No, you are so wrong, dude. If by letting this go, by Aaron Boone just sitting on his hands, smiling, defending him, it is sending a message to the rest of the team that you do not have to take your game seriously because our second baseman, who thinks he's going to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases, yet he has one hit all season, doesn't play hard, doesn't care. Bednar ends up lowering the bases, has to dig deep, get out of the inning, can't come back and pitch the next day. This sends a message throughout the team that laziness is acceptable. Not caring about baseball is acceptable.
Say it.
This is New York.
Yes. Bang the table. Come on.
This is New York. These are the pinstripes. Have some pride.
Oh
101 reasons to love the Yankees and one reason to not. Jazz Chisholm.
Oh, that was great, man. Good job by you. That was awesome.
I've had enough of Jazz. Bring back Gleyber Torres.
Yes.
Now.
Yes. Trade. You know what? Trade for Bryson Stott right now.
Get me Nico Horner from the Cubs. I don't care if he just signed an extension. I don't care. Get me Nico Horner. I like the cut of his jib. He plays hard.
Yes.
The Yankees also the 7-2 start. Everything is going great. There are some concerns. The bullpen is very shaky, as I said it was going to the season on the Yankee season preview ep that we did. That me and Greg did. I don't feel great about the Yankees bullpen, but overall, yeah. I mean, I think most Yankee fans are happy. I'm very happy with this team. 7-2, great start. But
Good.
whatever. Okay. I mean,
So I have
that was a bad play.
Yes, fine. It happens. It's a long season, and people are going to have bad plays throughout the course of a long season. Whatever. It didn't cost them
Sure.
anything, right? So be happy that it didn't happen in a game. Then that guy scored the winning run. So whatever, it happens. I do have one fan to mock on Twitter regarding this play. I didn't have time, but I only had one, but it's a good one. So this comes from, his name is Herbie Hansen 2.0. His handle is @13HerbH. So this is regarding the Chisholm play. All right, you ready? If Aaron Boone has any balls, and in parentheses, he doesn't, Jazz Chisholm will be on the bench today.
It's true.
I love the parenthetical, he doesn't. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god.
Dude, it's crazy how people were so upset about this.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, you said it, dude. This, it's unacceptable. This is unacceptable behavior. He worries. He worries too much about, the color of his glove, and
Let me try this again. Hold on, you ready?
Okay. Yeah. Take your time.
You know what?
There's no rush.
You know what? You know what the issue is with Jazz Chisholm? Hip hop Chisholm. Pop Chisholm. The issue is he thinks he's going to hit 50 home runs. He thinks he's going to steal 50 bases. He's not even going to be on base 50 times throughout the season to steal 50 bases. He's going to hit 25 homers. He's going to strike out 350 times. He's going to make 30 errors. He'll go 30-30, 30 errors, 30 dumb miscues. He'll get picked off 30 times. He thinks he's Willie Mays, but he's really Willie Mays Hayes. Or Willie Hayes Mays. What from that movie? What was it? Willie Mays Hayes? Who cares? He is. I mean, it is just orchestra Chisholm. It is. This is. He cannot be. He's a free agent. Trade him now. Let him go. Trade him for whoever you want to trade him. Bring up George Lombard to play short. Let Caballero play second base. You can't win a World Series with Jazz Chisholm Jr. on your team. It will never happen. Just like the Yankees couldn't win with Mike Messina. Just like the Yankees couldn't win with Don Mattingly. He is a curse. Jazz Chisholm will prevent the Yankees from winning a World Series. If they want to win, if you're a serious organization that the Yankees claim to be World Series contenders, they're not, but they claim to be, you will remove Jazz Chisholm from your team because that laziness is a cancer in the clubhouse.
Nice.
I ended well. It wasn't great, but I ended well, right?
You ended well. I think we should we need to make a short of the ending of that one with what you said on the first go around.
Oh, okay. The cancer part was, and what about they can't win a World Series? Include that one as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll put something together. I'll figure it out.
Good. Yeah. Good.
All right. Anything else, dude?
That's it, man. Enjoy. Big March Madness championship game on tonight, dude. I'm itching. I've watched so much college basketball over the past month. So here we are.
Enjoy the Sixers.
Thank you.
And I'll enjoy the Knicks and some baseball, and we will not be watching. I will not be watching that national championship game.
Okay, good enough. Suit yourself.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe. Give us a like. We'll see you next time.
Silly pride insists that's all. Andrew rapping and wild balls. Together they talk sports and dreams. Right behind the scenes. It seems. Philly versus Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew Sistad, Brad unite.